Hi everyone. I'm looking at the lesson for today, which is forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. And that's an amazing lesson because basically it explains forgiveness in a whole new light. And the way really it says is that all forgiveness is self forgiveness. What? All forgiveness is self forgiveness. As he so beautifully says, it's a gift to yourself, right? It's a gift to yourself. Forgiveness offers you everything you want, right? Through forgiveness, you'll remember who you are. Through forgiveness, you're released from the self imposed bondage um, of your own thought system, right? With which you continuously punish yourself. That's the thinking of the world, right? But through forgiveness, you release everyone and everything within the world because you're no longer projecting your own fears upon it. And through that action of mind, the memory of what you are can resurface. And as long as you withhold forgiveness, it has no possibility of resurfacing to your awareness. So yeah, forgiveness does indeed offer you everything you want. So it's beautiful. Let's read one or two lessons from this because this is an incredible lesson. It says, "It is your forgiveness that will bring the world of darkness to the light. It is your forgiveness that lets you recognize the light in which you see. Forgiveness is the demonstration that you are the light of the world, right? There is no other way of demonstrating that. Forgiveness is the way, right? But you are the light of the world. Huh? Amazing. Therefore, through your forgiveness does the truth about yourself return to your memory. In your forgiveness lies your salvation. The truth about yourself, which you've denied, right? You have denied your own identity, and this is the result. And through your forgiveness, it can now return to your awareness. What an amazing idea that you can remember who you are simply by forgiving. And then it says, illusions about yourself and the world are one. This is true. That is why all forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Now, here's your function on earth. Your goal is to find out who you are, have denied your identity by attacking creation and its creator. Now you are learning how to remember the truth. For this attack must be replaced by forgiveness so that thoughts of life may replace thoughts of death. That's it, right? And forgiveness is strength, right? The world will teach you that forgiveness is weakness and defensiveness is strength, right? Everyone here in the world is defending themselves, walking around with, being afraid to be attacked and attacking themselves. Because thoughts of attack and being attacked are one. They're one and the same thing, right? So now you're relearning not to do that anymore. Now your reaction as you practice this will not be, I'm going to defend myself because this and this is happening, or so and so said something, or whatever the situation appears to be at that particular moment. But now your first impulse will be to forgive, right? Because for one, you recognize that you're the cause of it. Because what? You're the cause of it, no matter what it seems to be, correct? And secondly, it's not real. And remember, we've talked about this, right? Without that realization that none of it is real, basically forgiveness is impossible. You need to, this is a constant reminder, and it's so easy to forget as you go about your doings. But it constantly needs to be borne in mind that, none of this is so. This is why forgiveness is easy. If this was true, well, that's a whole other story, right? But it isn't. But it bears remembering constantly, right? It's a reminder. You get easily caught up in everything that goes on around here, and then you forget. And then you get caught up in it, you start defending yourself, and you start feeling miserable, and you know, and then suddenly, and here's the practice, you remember. You go like, wait, I was told none of this was so. Not only that, I may have had an experience, right? You may have had an experience that this wasn't so. But then you're back here and you just constantly reminding yourself. This is a practice of staying in an awareness, right? This is why he often says, on every hour or every 10 minutes, remember yourself, remember what the thought of the day is. Because in doing so, you stay aware. You stay aware of who you are. You stay aware that none of this is so. All forgiveness is self forgiveness. Fact. Fact, because whatever is happening to you, you're responsible for. You've asked for it, you receive as you've asked. Remember, Earth is a school. You're here to learn. You're here to remember, right? And the learning is an unlearning. It's an unlearning of bad habits, of a thought system that is no longer that's not true, right? And it says, remember that in every attack you call upon your own weakness, while each time you forgive, you call upon the strength of Christ in you. Again, it's the opposite of the world, right? The teaching of the world is upside down, right? Do you not then begin to see what forgiveness will do for you? It will remove all sense of weakness, strain, and fatigue from your mind. It will take away all fear and guilt and pain. Think about that for a moment. It will restore the invulnerability and the power of God given to His Son in His creation. It's your natural inheritance. You're whole and perfect as God created you. All these things that He mentions here, fear, guilt, pain, right? All those things are not given you in your creation. They're of your own making, and they're the result of unforgiving thoughts. And as you release these unforgiving thoughts and forgiveness becomes your first response to everything, you restore that strength and that invulnerability and that power in you that is yours and has always been yours and has never been different. What an amazing idea that you can practice that, right? That you can restore that by practicing, by applying it. See how practical this Course in Miracles is? I love it. And how um, um, uncompromising it is. Because the moment you make an exception, right, something happens to you and you're not willing to forgive that. That really offended you and you have no intention of forgiving that. The moment you make an exception, it all becomes no longer available to you. It's no longer available. One exception held apart from true perception makes it accomplishment anywhere impossible. Right? So yeah, this then becomes the practice of applying the same idea to what? Everything. It's all inclusive. There are no exceptions to it. What a beautiful lesson. Function is my forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. I would fulfill my function that I may be happy. That's all you're being offered. You're being offered happiness. True happiness without opposite, not dependent on anything around you, but because of you are, right? You are that. It's yours it's your natural inheritance. Right? I would remember this because I want to be happy. That's it. You want to be happy. Everyone wants to be happy. It's just that it's not accomplished by defending yourself. It's not accomplished by, denying your own identity. It's accomplished by forgiveness. So that's the lesson for today. So as you go out today, take that thought with you and practice it. Keep it in your awareness, right? Keep it in the forefront of your mind. And there's going to be things that will challenge that today. Let that be so. Remember, whatever is happening today, you're the cause of, right? And it's not real. And that's why forgiveness is easy. And see how when you apply that, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And your mind gets accustomed to it. It suddenly will respond with forgiveness as its first impulse as opposed to defensiveness. That's a Course in Miracles. That's the forgiveness of your mind. That's the restoration of your awareness of your perfection in God. I love you. I hope you have a great, great day today, wherever and whenever you are. And I'll see you everywhere.